Mute. You're on mute. Oh God.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
We can't.
I can't hear you.
No. Oh goodness.
Gone.
All right. Queen, the stage is yours. What would you like to say with regards to the show?
Okay, welcome to NS Sports TV. Nippon's got a few technical errors there, but I think he's back. Is he back?
Are you back?
Any better?
Yeah,
that's better.
Much better.
If you're on your phone, you should turn it landscape.
Yeah, turn it landscape.
Yeah, the problem with that is that if he does turn it landscape, he's
Arrest joining us. We were going to call a sickie there.
No. I'm here.
Man United. United. The Reds go down.
Down.
Yeah, but listen. Let
intro.
All right. Let me just back up my bio. Yeah.
I'll give him a kiss instead.
So on the panel, we have representing North London, Queen Ellie and Mr. T. Representing Manchester, we have Arrest and Vater, and we're still waiting for Jordan, who's representing Liverpool.
Yeah, it's a bit disputable whether Arsenal are North Londoners.
Oh yeah, that's actually true.
They're South London, like you guys.
Yeah, well, listen.
It
just goes to show that where you begin is not necessarily where you end up later on in life. And look, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. But we need some presents in terms of trophies.
I'm going to say something in a different language, which I'll translate later on. Galho naho.
Sounds rude.
Manny, care to translate?
I think if of course Hindi is not necessarily my mother tongue, but I do believe you'll probably do a better job of translating that than me, and I will obviously either concur with that or otherwise.
What's here today might not be here tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. I just want something to be in Spurs' trophy cabinet. I don't care about what's here tomorrow.
So, where to begin?
Oh.
Not with a phone call.
This is quality. This is absolute quality.
It's Todd Bowley calling Nippon to give Poch time. I'm hearing.
Yeah. He's saying, shall I sack him or shall I not sack him? Shall I sack him?
Nippon, man, you need to give Pochettino some time. Yeah.
Don't you start now. And just remember, Ten Hag in. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Gosh.
No.
Wow.
That man.
Ten Hag in. Sitting in the shed end. Garnacho sitting in the shed end, giving it.
Wasn't the match supposed to be in El Sacico? Wasn't it supposed to be
El Shitico? Hold that. Garnacho.
Well done. You went from 12 to 10. Well done, Nippon. Congrats.
Ten Hag and Poch are both on a wire string with this FA Cup semi-final. If they both lose, I think they both get the chop.
Ellie, I'm telling you, we'll lose to Coventry City. I've been telling people we're not going to beat Coventry.
Oh no, they're a very good team.
Can you tell me the last time a championship team has won a semi-final of an FA Cup?
Well, they beat
Millwall.
Millwall. Not in my lifetime. Not in my. When was it?
I think Wigan. Was it? No. Wigan were
Premier League.
They were Premiership when they beat Man City. But they got relegated, didn't they?
Yeah, Vater knows, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. Let's not talk about that anymore.
Coventry for me. I'm not.
Is it Portsmouth the last
No,
team?
it wasn't Portsmouth. It wasn't Portsmouth. The answer is Millwall, and of course, former Chelsea captain Dennis Wise was in the team that day as they played Manchester United.
Yeah, they lost, but I'm
when was this? Was this after 1993?
Long after 1993. Roy Keane was still in the team. It would have been in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was in my lifetime then.
Oh yeah, you're still a young man.
Right. Niall says, well done, Nippon. It's Chelsea. Oh, Niall, come on.
No, okay, the man from Montrose. I love him. He messaged me today. He goes, what time are you on, Ellie? And I said, 9:30, join us.
Big up. Big up everyone in the chat.
Big up Jimbo.
Big up Jim and Kate.
And Katie. Woo.
Big up Niall. So yeah, finally, we're just waiting for Jordan now. And then it'll be a full set.
So
I wonder if it's...
Who did Man City?
Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool.
Yeah. And of course, if we've got Jimbo...
Vator is Man City, because I can see Phil Foden.
Yep. And you can consider us the Jets
for England and brilliant for Man City.
Oh, don't do that.
No.
Well, he did.
Foden hasn't done too badly for England, but I do agree that with Manchester City, he's been fine this season. I was just about to say, we've got Jimbo in the chat. We've got the Jets set on panel tonight.
Come on, Jimbo. And come on, KT. Why are you wearing red, Nippon? Are you a secret gooner?
Never. This is a double FU to Arsenal, by the way. Sorry.
Hey. तमीज से बात करो वरना यहाँ से निकल जाऊंगा मैं.
You know when Bobby K comes on, did he say fucker?
No, what I just told. No, but listen, I just told him, talk with some more respect or I will get up and leave. That's what you get when you've got two people of Indian origin in the chat, and especially if we're multilingual, you know, the insults will start flying, but they're not big insults. We're respectful in a way.
Yeah. Up to a point. Where's Nippon gone? Is he going to cook something? Where's the
No, he'll be coming back.
Yeah. Come on, Nippon, come back. We need you.
Yeah, but we do need him. He's the one who sets the agenda.
Yeah,
and
we need to know what you've set for us to talk about.
Yeah. By the way, Ellie, have you been on Eugen's streams in recent times? I think I might have met you on one or two of them.
Yeah, you did. I was on there when you was on there, and I remember. Yeah, I remember you very well. You're a very nice guy. I like you a lot.
Thank you very much indeed, Your Majesty.
See, he's put his Chelsea shirt on there. He's put his Chelsea shirt on.
It's not red. At least it's not red. Chelsea tried their very best to rile me up a few seasons ago, though, by getting red on their third kit.
Well, Spurs have got the AIA on their kit, which is red. So I don't like it.
We've also had our share of blue away kits as well. In 2002, 2003, we had an all blue away kit. Fat lot of good it did us. Lost the title to United that season. Did win the FA Cup though.
The irony.
Do you know why?
Red team in a blue kit.
Do you know why Arsenal have got blue in their badge and you wear blue? Do you know?
Arsenal blue in our badge.
Yeah, you've got a blue trim in your badge.
That was the new one. In the old one, which we had in the 90s and so forth, we never had any shade of blue in that. It was predominantly red with some green and some of that.
Yeah.
I think we wanted to sort of...
The reason why you've got blue...
I think Mr. Jeremy Collins owns one of those jerseys, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, the reason why you've got blue is because in the First World War, Tottenham Hotspur let you use our ground for 2 years because yours was bombed. So you put blue in your badge as an honour to Spurs for letting you use our ground for 2 years. Yeah.
That is a nice thing. That is probably the only redeeming feature of our new crest, which actually looks like a toy badge. And many of our longtime fans were disgusted when we made the decision to change the crest. I do get the point that it's not like we've had that crest since we came into we came into being, but still that crest is associated with many of our almost all of our greatest successes.
The cannon is actually placed the right way around.
Yeah, exactly. And in the old crest, it was pointing towards the left, and the new one is pointing towards the right. Go figure.
Oh, I see. Guess what else I found out today? Right, I found out because I was watching Steve Perriman's podcast, and he said he's the only player in league history to ever have scored one goal in every season over 17 years. He scored at least one goal in every single season. He's got the record. So he goes, I didn't score a lot of goals, but I've got that record. There you go. Steve Perriman, what a great captain for Tottenham Hotspur he was. The most decorated Spurs player as well.
So, the longest serving one.
Yeah.
So where should we start?
Well, let's start with that absolute
Barclays worthy performance that happened in West London.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Rest, I want to see what went wrong.
No comment. You go first. No comment, but you can go first.
You were winning. No, seriously, you were winning until the 99th minute. What happened?
I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you. Shall I tell you what happened? McTominay came on. That's what happened. Literally.
He's meant to be your savior, apparently. Your super sub.
For me, I'm telling you, the subs costed the game. Like, what is Ten Hag doing to take off Hoyland off, put on Rashford, and then you're taking off?
In my opinion, Hoyland was your most dangerous player.
Yeah.
He's giving our defense all sorts of problems.
But for me, oh my God, 2 minutes left and we let in 2 goals, man. That one. For me, listen, I see a lot of United fans complaining about penalties and stuff. I'm not like that. Like, for me, I think both penalties are both penalties for me. So, look, for me, a penalty for me. Yeah, we just have to get involved and stop blaming the referees because we're not like that now. We're not Arsenal Football Club to be blaming referees if results don't go in our way. So, look, for me, this is on Ten Hag and the players. This what's going on with your Wi-Fi today, man? What's going on? But look, yeah, we sat. Nippon, I don't know if you watched it, but when we was 3-2 up, I
was at the game, of course.
Yeah. Did you see Ten Hag telling the players to sit back and keep the ball? Like, what are you doing with your instructions?
I was sat behind the goalpost. I didn't see Ten Hag or Pochettino do anything.
Yeah, so there's a video going around. Yeah, apparently when it was 3-2 up, he told players like Garnacho and stuff to sit back and keep the ball. Like, I'm sorry, but when you're 3-2 up, yeah, try to get the 4th one. Try to settle the game by getting another goals. But for me, all credit goes to Chelsea for me. And yeah, another record broken by Ten Hag.
So hold on. I think you're being harsh on Ten Hag with regards to telling the team.
Face? Why are you not showing your face? Is this some sort of
difficulties? Really? I'm joking. Hang on a minute.
He might have a spot on his nose or something.
Oh, he's got a blemish.
Got a blemish on his nose.
I think you're being harsh on Ten Hag because if he's telling the players to sit back a little bit and be a little more defensive or make it difficult for Chelsea to come on and win the ball back, I kind of get it because you know what I saw in terms of how everything kind of shifted was after you guys scored the tie. United tried to get a quick goal. Like they went and try and get a quick answer, and then that left you guys exposed with how they turned back down on the pitch and obviously resulted in the deflected goal at the end. But I don't know if I can really kill Ten Hag too much based off of this game because Delo had a horrible game, and it was a late penalty that brought Chelsea back in the game. I don't think you can kill the manager.
I think what you do when you're up, right? I've played football. I was a professional footballer as well. When you're up, what you should do is keep possession. It doesn't matter whether you're attacking and keeping possession or in defence. You keep the ball. Don't let the opposition get the ball because then they can hurt you, right? So it's game management, isn't it?
Yeah.
Possession. Yeah. Just keep the ball. Play it simple. Knock it about. Keep close so that you're not playing a long pass. Play little triangles. Keep the ball and manage the game and see it out. I'll tell you the best team at doing that, Liverpool. Fantastic at keeping the ball. Man City are just as good, but they tend to want to score 6 goals against you, don't they?
Yeah. I'd like to see them take the air out the ball in many games and just pass it around and
And you know what? I'm also going to say that rather than blaming Ten Hag, we should credit Pochettino for making the correct substitutions. Bringing on Chukwuemeka and Madueke, and it added a new dimension to the attack, as did bringing on Chalobah and Gilchrist to the defence, giving Gusto and who was the centre back, Disasi, some rest. And it was it was Badashile was still on the pitch, but Disasi came off. But it was Chukwuemeka and Madueke who added a new dimension to the attack, and Madueke was, of course, the one who, with that burst of pace, won that penalty off the rather clumsy Dalot. And I think we can all agree that if we never see another right-footed guy playing at left-back ever again, it will be too soon. And sadly, we're seeing that all too often. I know that Manchester United fans will swear by Dennis Irwin, but even he couldn't overlap for Toffee, and he was also right-footed. And I will always maintain that despite not quite having the success at club level that Irwin had, Steve Staunton was always a better defender. 102 caps for the Republic of Ireland, captained them in a World Cup and played in all of their 13 World Cup games. That's more than enough for me. And Irwin hardly ever played at left-back for Ireland.
Was that while Roy Keane was in the Ireland squad?
Yes, Keane was supposed to be captain in 2002, but he mouthed off to the press.
With the manager.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, I will explain that, Nippon. I'll explain that, Nippon. Look, he was told not to give any interviews to the press regarding the way things were in Saipan. He knew that when the team got to Izumo in Japan, the facilities would be better. But he had to open his mouth and blab to Tom Humphreys and Paul Kimmage, 2 of his favourite journalists. And then McCarthy got wind of that and asked him, why the hell did you disobey me and undermine me and the team in public? And then Keane went ballistic. We all know what he said. McCarthy sent him home. Staunton ended up becoming captain of that team. And Ireland reached the second round and were centimetres away from going through to the quarterfinals. But it is what it is. But I'll always maintain that Staunton was a much better left back than Dennis Irwin. And but without digressing, I don't want to see another right-footed guy playing at left back. Dalot got cooked for that penalty. And Chelsea's subs really made the difference in that game. But both Chelsea and United...
When you went 2-3 up, were you like, yeah, we're winning? Or were you deep down thinking, I'm scared we could still bottle this?
I was confident that I was going to win it, to be honest. But I know football can be a horrible game at times. So, look, it's just football, man. 3-2 up. By the way, that Anthony assist, that was a lovely cross, man. What a cross to go natural. But 3-2 up, I was like, you know what, guys? Surely, if we settle this game, we can win this 3-2. But yeah. Then once Palmer scored that penalty, I was like, another draw. And then no one decides to mark Cole Palmer in the corner kick. So for me, it can be crazy, man. Football can be crazy. So now look, I was a bit confident when we was 3-2 up, but yeah, that's what happens. But the only reason why I'm blaming Ten Hag, right? I think it's because of the subs. For me, that's the only reason why I'm blaming Ten Hag, really. The subs that he made, and I feel like he could have done better. Because Højlund, he was the only reason why he was tired was because he was pressing, man. He's the only player that presses for us. So for me, he gives us that energy.
He's young and he's got the energy. Right? You're lucky though, Aris. We had Kurt Zuma score off his back. flipping hit his back and winning our goal. How lucky is that? And you know what was more devastating? Flipping, they put Madison on. Madison, who's about 9 stone, to Kurt Sumo, who's about 16 stone and about 10 inches taller. And Madison was marking him. And you know who our set piece coach is, apparently, is Ryan Mason. That's not good.
Oh, really?
Oh,
He's
boy.
not even a defender. You need to, if you're going to be a set piece coach, you've got to know what defence is all about and how to organise. Right? We've got Ledley King at our club, right? And we don't put Ledley King as our set piece coach. Ridiculous. We've got Ryan Mason. And I think we're the 3rd highest set piece conceders in the league.
Conceders.
Yeah, we've conceded the 3rd most.
Okay.
In the league. Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that stat. I know that I think Arsenal are one of the top set piece scorers, I think, in the league.
Defense is also, Arsenal's defence is awesome this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna need some
If
favors.
they're going to
from them
win the
this season.
league, if they win the league, it's because of their defence, I think. It's not
Yeah.
just the attack.
Defense,
Defences win leagues.
Thank you for pulling the words right out of my mouth, Ellie.
Yeah. Sorry about that, but women are faster than men usually, aren't we? sorry, the fellas.
No worries.
I won't fight you on that one.
Yeah,
Me
we're
neither.
quick-witted. Yeah, but Arsenal, right? They've been very impressive this year, right? And I know I'm a Spurs fan, but you've got to give them praise. You really have to give them praise because their attack's been. After that Liverpool game, they got knocked out the FA Cup. Everybody was saying, "Where's their striker?" And then they started banging in 6 goals, 5 goals, 4 goals, 6 goals, 4 goals. They were like scoring for fun, and they're keeping them out at the other end as well. So if Arsenal win the league, they would have deserved it. Obviously, I don't want them to win the league because I'm a
me
Spurs
neither.
fan. I'm a Spurs fan.
I think the only person in here who wants Arsenal to actually win the league is my man without his camera on.
Mm.
Oh,
You don't think I
No.
want us to win the league?
Nope. I'd rather scrub my house up. Look, Manny, you're a nice guy.
What other choice? He's got Liverpool
It's
are
a
their
rivalry.
Liverpool are their rivals, and Man City are their noisy neighbours. The noisy neighbours are winning everything.
You know what? I
The
think.
rest of you there?
He is there.
Yeah, I think he said something technical. He's dealing with something. I think that's why he's off camera because he was moving around.
Okay, I have a question for the Man
So-
United fans.
Nippon, before you do, were you in belief that you were losing that game before the crazy comeback, 2-minute comeback?
Nope.
You had faith the entire time.
I was like, I was subconsciously saying we're going to win this 4-3. I didn't want to tweet anything. And I didn't want to say anything to people. I was at the game, so I couldn't tweet anything because I was watching everything in action.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, Nippon, if you had lost that game, you would have changed tune and called for Poch to leave, right?
I still want him to leave.
Okay.
Wow.
I stand by what I said. We're not going anywhere so long as he's our manager.
If he wins you the FA Cup, this is hypothetical. If he wins you the FA Cup,
My man on the bottom right.
would
has
you give
something
him
to say
another?
about
Would you give him another year to build the team?
Because he's
Because
beating
at
Pep to
Spurs-
win it.
At Spurs, he built a really good side, and he made us very credible. We were
Yeah.
in the doldrums before he came, but obviously he didn't win anything. But he got us to finals, and we lost them all. But at least he made Spurs get on the map, and we were very credible. We finished second to you guys, and then we finished third in a 2-horse race to Leicester. But we weren't nowhere near that before he came. And I think if you give him time, be patient, right? Because he's a very good coach, and he's very good at moulding the team. So you have improved. You have improved your results slowly. Obviously, you've fallen off the wagon a few times, but I think if you're patient with him, he could come good for you. And you're Chelsea,
agree.
you've got money to burn. You've got money. Spurs didn't spend money for him. 521 days. They left him without a signing. So you've got money to burn. So, and now these new rules have come in. The FFP is going to go down the drain, isn't it? A lot of clubs are going to be able to spend what they want.
Yeah, speaking of charges, I need to ask Vader something. Do you think Man City will actually be charged guilty of all 115? Because I don't think so.
All right, that's a very difficult question. So give me time to kind of answer. There's 115 charges. If any of you have had any instances with law enforcement, you can be innocent of what you're being charged for, but you can then be found guilty for resisting arrest. I think 35 of the 115 are not cooperating, not providing adequate information, or basically resisting arrest. I think we're not going to be clean of all 15 charges, but I think we will be fined or penalized for not cooperating. The way the clubs right now are talking about changing FFP or profit and sustainability, the way you see it in the news right now, clubs are voting on the changes. I think it speaks to the clubs realizing that what they put in place is actually hindering them, and they're changing the rules again. And I think as a result, the Prem is probably going to keep face with how do we keep these poor rules while also charging City of them. So I don't think we get charged for what we've been accused of, but I think we do get charged for not being a good partner to the clubs, to the other 19 clubs in the Prem, and we get hit with that.
Yeah, in other words, it's like dodging the bullet, isn't it? In terms of the 35 charges you mentioned.
Yeah, I think the City, you guys have been cooking the books and all that kind of stuff. I don't think that hits with the club. And it's funny because you have the Forests, right? You have Everton. Who am I missing?
As well in the Championship.
Yeah, exactly. And you even have, I think, even going back a couple of years, you got you mentioned Leicester City. So there's all of that's kind of bubbling to the surface, and I truly believe that the list is greater than that. I think the list is greater with the other clubs that are probably in a pinch with regards to the rules. So there's a reason why these clubs want to change FFP again. And yeah, I don't think much happens with the club, and hopefully not, because I'd hate to learn that my club was doing things poorly.
Yeah.
Do you think if you're charged, you get stripped of everything and get banished into non-league?
Oh.
If I get charged, okay. If I get charged with what I'm accused of, all 115, it's gonna be
the worst.
I don't. If it's all those charges, if it's the 115 charges, I don't think we hold on to those titles that are part of those accused years. If it's as severe as what's been discussed, I don't know how that kind of correlates. But from my owners to my chairman to the president, they've all said we haven't done what we're being accused of, and they're very confident about it. So I don't think there's going to be any stripping of titles. So I think for United, Liverpool, Who else finished second during that time? I think those might have been the only clubs. There's no additional titles going to United or Chelsea because of
Yeah,
it.
'cause Jose Mourinho be
Yeah,
happy. He'll be sitting at home saying, "Yes, the trophy's coming my way."
yeah, he'd be amped up. Gerard would be happy because I think what would that
Yeah,
have been
he didn't win the
2013?
Premiership, did he?
Nope.
And that's
No.
why we came up with the chant, Gerard, Gerard, you slipped on it. King Oz, gave it to Denver.
Yeah, we need to keep those
Oh,
chants
yeah.
alive, man. So yeah, hopefully everything works out. I'm actually calm with it, but it will be an exciting day when the news comes out. And I've asked this, and forgive me, who was the panelist last time? Arsenal. She was an Arsenal fan. I forget her name now. But she was on the show last time I was here.
Lottie.
Say again?
Was it Lottie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lottie.
Yeah.
So she was completely honest, but she said even if the verdict comes out that City are innocent, it won't change her mind. And I think many rival fans are going to be similar. I don't think they're going to accept the ruling other than a guilty for City. So something that City fans are all going to have to accept, and the court of
Yeah.
public opinion will always be guilty.
Yeah.
But public opinion is nothing if if the actual opinion is given by a qualified lawyer.
Agreed. But you know how they spin it. You know the spin doctors. They'll say City selected the independent judges. City gave them brown envelopes. They'll say that I don't know what else they'll say, but they'll find a reason to negate the validity of the final verdict if it happens to be City innocent of charges. So
Do you know what? How I see it, right? They must have some sort of solid evidence for them confident enough to lodge the appeal against Man City to find them guilty of the charges. They must have some sort of mitigating evidence.
you know, Queen, I'd agree with you if they didn't throw 115. If they were really specific with, I guess, kind of like the financial charges, or with regards to spending or players, if it was that specific, I would agree. But the fact that they threw everything, I
Right.
don't know how confident they are, because I think they just want something to stick. But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
It could
Sure,
very
that's
well be,
another
though,
way of
Veta,
looking at it,
that
yeah.
it could very well be, though, Veta, that the fact that they see it fit to throw all these charges. I think you've said it right. It is the hope that some of them will stick, but invariably, you will be surprised to know that some of them do eventually stick. The only problem is the wheels of justice, as you will know, being an American, tend to move very, very slowly. And if you don't have the means to fight the system to make sure that the justice is in your favor, then Lord help you. But I think people are doing it in confidence, and hope springs eternal. But a lot of people have made it crystal clear that anyone who dares to hope for the charges against City to be proved, just so that we could possibly we can say that we are now rightful champions. I'll tell you what, several of these fans are a bunch of hypocrites who would have readily asked their owners to do the same thing. It's a bit like, you speak with such pride about being so noble and so, honest and true, and criticize people for doing the same. But if you had to do it, you would do it, and you wouldn't be able to speak because your mouth would be full because you've bitten off people's hands in the process.
Yeah. No, you're right. There's a lot of hypocrisy that's happened over the years. Like I remember early days with regards to how disrespectfully it was spoken of oil money and sport washing and all that kind of stuff. But not so long ago, you heard fan bases hoping for the Qatari potential ownership of their club and so on. And it's just how it goes. But again, at the end of the day, the reason why I love the Prem so much is a large part because of the tribalism, because of how passionate fans are. And with that comes what's good for me is not good for you at times, and you kind of accept it.
Hey, brother, listen, I've lived in the US for 6 years. I can tell that tribalism is not just unique to soccer in the UK. Whether it's some American football or even college football, the March Madness, the whole thing, you've got your even your collegiate rivalries or what have you. Tribalism is not just unique to the UK.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah. But I do give credit, and many disagree with me if that's the case. But how historic, like how far back, like how ingrained that rivalry or tribalism, I find that very unique to international football, I should say, because again, I'm Canadian, not American, but North American, of course. No, all good, all good. No, it's all good.
My apologies.
But when it comes down to like bragging rights on the day or on the season, we'll talk about my club's better than yours, my manager, my team, my players, but we don't typically go back to a decade ago or even longer than that and the list of trophies. Like North Americans, we don't kind of run off the number of conference titles or Super Bowls. Like it's more so of like right now I'm better than you, and that's normally the back and forth.
That's what the young fans do as well, because they don't really know about the history of the clubs. They're just about the here and now. We're better than you now. But you know what? I was just going to say, where there's money, there's vice, right? And where there's billionaires, there's always crooked things that happen.
Yeah.
Because that's why they're billionaires, because they know how to work the system. All right. So if Man City get charged, right, you're already sort of tarnished with the charges anyway. Yeah. Because a lot of fans are saying Man Cheaty or Man Richie or they're mocking your club. So like, if you're found not guilty, will all those protagonists go away?
So I don't think so. But there's a portion of the fan base, and I'm not in this vein, but there's a portion of the fan base that want the club to go after the Prem for the defamation of character or all the things that kind of spin. They want to go back hard, and I don't think that'll be the case. I think whatever is said and done, if it happens to be 115, don't stick with you guys. It's whatever. And we're going to move on. I still think it's going to be a gentleman's handshake to be like, let's put this behind us. Whatever the penalty is, and move forward. We know how fans are going to be. Fans are going to carry on. But I don't think Manchester City will go out to seek punishment against the Prem or other clubs. I think they'll just try and move on. Similar to what happened with regards to Liverpool and their hacking of Prem scouting. It was like really done hush hush. You don't really hear much about it. You're not reminded of it constantly, but that was kind of like done. You know what? You guys did your wrong. You pay the fine. We'll move on. I think that might be the case if City are found guilty of some of these things.
Yeah, but then let's not forget that Everton and Forest have also had points deducted. So you can bet your you can bet your bottom dollar there will be an outcry.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
It's an unprecedented thing that's happened in football. It's never happened before, like on this scale.
Yeah.
115 charges. Nobody else has been ever accused of that. And like Manny says, like Everton and Nottingham Forest have had points deducted, 10 and 4, isn't it? So
yeah.
I think didn't Everton get it reduced to 6 just recently?
They did, yes, they did.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're now Centurions for 2 reasons. For our league winning 100 goals, 100 points, to our now 115 charges. So we'll see.
Yeah. That's another record Spurs hold. You know that? Spurs 61.
If they get charged, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to have a Premier League title with him.
So. Get out of here.
Oh my God.
Hats off to Man United and no Man
It's so
City. We've
hollow.
both done the
So
treble.
hollow winning it
you
without
know.
actually, winning it. You know what I mean?
Chelsea socks is fucking hollow.
Liverpool did the treble as well. Liverpool did the treble as well, but they won the League Cup, Champions League, and
Yeah, they did a treble, not the.
yeah, they did a
not-
treble. They didn't do the official treble,
Right.
which is the League Cup. Sorry, the FA Cup, the league title, and the Champions League.
Yeah.
They did the
For
League
me,
Cup.
look, there'll always be, for me, a treble is 3 trophies.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, never, no.
It is, but it's not the official. The official creme de la creme, because the FA Cup has got more history than the League Cup. The League Cup came in the early 60s. The FA Cup's been going since 1800 and something.
Listen, I hear that, but if you want to claim that you have a treble,
You have a treble, sure. You can say a treble, little a, but you can say I have the treble, capital T.
Yeah,
Well,
because
that'll be the
FA
difference.
Cup is much more prestigious. It's got lot more history behind it. Yeah. It's the creme de la creme. Apart, the league title means you win over 38 matches or 40 matches. You're the best team, right? But the FA Cup has got a lot of romance and history attached to it. Even now, it's lost a little bit of its luster because a lot of teams, they play their youth team or they play their second goalie, or they play a weakened team, but they still take it seriously if they get to the latter stages. Yeah, because it is the best in my era. It was the most prestigious trophy, and I still think it carries that, and it's still watched all around the world. So yeah. But the League Cup, it's not, is it? It's not.
The FA Cup is actually televised on our sports channel, not a premium channel.
Yeah.
So it still garners a lot of attention.
The normal public, so they can watch it
so
without paying for it, which is really good. I like that. Well done, Canada. Good country.
Yeah, but in the UK now, you know what they've done for next season? I think they've announced that for next season, all FA Cup games will be on BT Sport now, which is annoying now, man. Like, it's all for the money now. It's all for the money. Like,
hey, just we have someone in for order because he couldn't make it. So let's welcome Uncle Rods.
Yes, Uncle Rods.
Come on.
What's going on, people?
Hello.
How's everybody enjoying their evening? Good?
Yeah, man.
Mate.
Doing well.
Good. I'm glad everybody's enjoying themselves, man. Trust me.
Except for me. Sorry.
Liverpool, top of the league. Liverpool, top of the league.
It don't mean nothing till the end of the season, you know.
We'll see on Sunday, and we'll see on Sunday. Yeah.
Amen to that. I can testify.
Who's a Man United fan? It's you, innit? Yeah.
It's me. I'm in your group chat, man. How do you not know me? I'm in your group chat.
Yeah. It's true. Sorry. Hey, my bad, my brother. My bad.
No, it's fine.
How are you, sir? You good? I ain't
I'm
spoken
good,
to
man.
you for a while, bro.
I'm good. Yeah, no. It's been a long time. How are you, man? You good?
Yeah, I can't complain. You know what I mean? You know how it is, isn't it? Just living life, man. Just living life.
You know what? It's all very well, all these niceties, but really you hate each other.
We'll see on Sunday, innit? We'll see on Sunday. He said you can't complain, but maybe on Sunday you might be. You never know, man. You never know.
Yeah, and so Data, let me say right now, you talked about the tribalism, but over here on a football panel, it's all love and respect, and that's the way it should be. And
I mean,
you know how much we English love Canada so much.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I've got a lot of respect for Man United because they've done things. They've won stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cool. Well, they're the second most successful club to Liverpool.
Yeah. But they
haven't
still
overtaken us.
lesser than Liverpool, aren't they?
Have they?
I think we have to overtaken you. I think we have.
Oh wow.
I think we have. Not by much, though. Not by much.
Well, you've won 6 European Cups to their 3.
I think it's only about. I think it's only about 1 or 2. You know, like overall, if you look at overall, I think it's only about 1 or 2. If I'm not mistaken, it's not. There's not much in it. Do you know what I mean?
No, Manny, she was referring to Liverpool, not United.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, Liverpool have won 6. United have won 3, not 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
United won 3. They
Yeah, they've
won
won
in
3. Yeah,
68.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
I thought I heard
68,
2. I heard 2.
99, and
Sorry.
2008. But you know what it is? You know what it is at the day? It's like this. It's like Man United at the day will always be, to me, at the day, a great institute. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I gotta keep it real. It's a great institute. Look at that.
You have to respect Man United.
Of course.
You have to. But I think
they're a fantastic club.
I think with every great institute, yeah, they have a period of time at the day where they don't do so well, and then they go through certain turmoil. You know what I mean? Everybody goes through it. We've gone through it. The Man United go through it. We go through it. And I think the main thing with Man United now, what they can do now, is just to sort of like try and stabilize themselves. Stop spending this big money. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and stabilize themselves and just see what you can pick up. Do you know what I mean? Like if you can pick up a FA Cup here, League Cup here, Europa Cup or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Just keep yourself ticking over, and then you know what? The glory days will come back. If you try to force it, it won't come. Do you know what I mean?
From the unfortunate many United fans that I interact with and have as friends and frenemies, I guess, I don't think they have the patience for the slow. I think because they always see how much revenue they generate, how important they are in terms of the attention. I don't think they're ready to kind of say we'll do the project thing. We'll move and only compete for a League Cup or a FA Cup. Oris, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the majority of the fan base we are too big to move slow.
No, you know what I'm trying to say, just before you go in, what I'm trying to say, I'm not saying you should just compete for League Cup, FA Cup, and so forth. You just pick up what you can pick up. Do you know what I mean? If it happens to be a League Cup, you pick up the League Cup. If it happens to be an FA Cup, you do that as well. Do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying, the main thing what Man United have to do is keep themselves ticking over. Because at the end of the day, not everybody can be number one. Not everybody can be number one at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody have their chances at the day of being that number one team. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Arsenal had it for a little period of time. Yeah. Chelsea had it for a period of time. Before then, the day it was Man United, and before then it was Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? It just goes round. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it's your turn at the end of the day, right, it'll be your turn. Do you know what I mean? You know. But in the meantime, what you can do to help yourself is just keep yourself ticking over. Just keep yourself ticking over. Of course,
they're
at the
doing
day
that
you're
anyway,
gonna go.
aren't they? They're doing that anyway because they won a League Cup last year. They're in the FA Cup semi-final. If they get to the final, they have to win it, don't they?
One would say so. Yeah, one would say.
Yeah, they have to win it because if you get to a final, it's no point of losing it. You've got to win it. So they're ticking over, but for them to challenge Manchester City, they have to have a rebuild, I think. I really think they need a rebuild because they're thinking of bringing Graham Potter in, aren't they, for the rebuild?
I thought it was Gareth Southgate.
He's named Gareth Southgate. They won't.
I love it. I would love it if he went to Man United.
I swear, if I hear that
Manchester United, it's going to be a wreck. Because
just imagine.
Not a Man United manager.
I don't believe it.
At least Graham Potter plays attractive football.
You know why I don't believe the Southgate links? I think because obviously when I'm talking about this summer, right? Obviously we're getting Omar Barada from Man City. I don't think he's gonna look to appoint someone like Gareth Southgate or someone assuming like that. So for me, what I think Ratcliffe will do, I honestly don't know because he was at the game last night. I saw pictures. He was at the game. So, by the way, that guy's a Chelsea season ticket holder. By the way, Ratcliffe is a Chelsea season ticket holder. So, probably goes to all Chelsea games. You never know, but maybe there's a portion.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's right. That's fine. As I was saying, there's a portion of United fans saying that, maybe we should try Ten Hag with a proper structure and give him another season. And also, there's another side of the fans that's saying, you know what? I think end of the season, part ways, and go get someone like Julian Nagelsmann. But for me, what I think they will do, it's tough, man. For me, I think this FA Cup is huge, man. It's really huge. How we do on this, and whether we get Champions League football, even though I don't think we deserve it. I mean, I know there's a lot of United fans talking about Champions League, but we're asking for Champions League when we don't deserve it. So yeah.
Yeah, and Orest, I want to
I'll
ask
be
you.
real.
There's
If
been
you
talk.
win the FA Cup, I see Ten Hag staying for another season.
Yeah.
To be fair, we did sack Lewis Van Gaal straight after he won that FA Cup. So I'm not
there is
I'm
that.
not sure.
There is
I'm not
that.
sure.
And
But Manny was going to say something.
But he would have
Do you see the most common denominator? I don't know how to say it. Between
common
Ten
denominator.
Hag and Van Gaal.
I mean, look.
They're both Dutch.
I'm out of words, mate. They're both Dutch, obviously, but the thing is, before Ten Hag joined Man United, Van Gaal did an interview saying Ten Hag do not join Manchester United because we're all about sponsorships and all of this. So he did warn Ten Hag before he joined, but look, it depends what Ratcliffe does. I don't trust Ineos and what they do.
You know what I see happening? Not for a long time, but I do see it happening. Ten Hag taking the Holland job.
No, that's not going to happen. I don't think
not?
so. I really look. He's basically. Let's not forget how he earned his reputation. Obviously, he was very good at working with the youth at Ajax. Got them to that Champions League semi-final before Ellie's lot disposed of them in the semis. And why Pochettino saw it fit to play Harry Kane over Lucas Moura, who won that semi-final in the final, I will never know.
I know.
But that just goes to show that maybe Pochettino didn't have the real urge to try and win, as people, the ruthlessness needed to win, maybe. But I actually wanted to ask Orest. There has been news, of course, about Jason Wilcox, the former Blackburn. I think he was a midfielder. I think he also played for Leeds, and he won the Premiership with Blackburn as a teammate of Shearer. He's about to join United, taking Darren Fletcher's role. Maybe this could be a sign that the club are trying to head in a new direction. But does his lack of a United connection concern you, or do you just want to see some efficiency rather than an old boys club?
Is he there?
Orest.
Is he gone?
I'm here. Sorry. I'm here. What was that again? Sorry.
Yeah, I was asking about Jason Wilcox coming to Manchester United. What did you think of that?
Yeah, another lad from Man City. I mean, I've already said this before on many channels. Like, let's say City get charged with the 115. And we're bringing two people from Man City. I don't know, something's gonna happen to them too as well. There's no way nothing happens if City do get found guilty, and then we're bringing in people from Manchester City that was probably most likely involved. So, look, Jason Wilcox. I think Vaser should know more. I've seen him on that. I have researched him. Obviously, he brought up academy talents. Like, he was the man behind Foden and. One of the centre backs that played for Fulham, I think, is Tosin. So he's brought up a lot of players. He has. But look, I think this might be a smart move in Ineos, really. But we're gonna have to see it. I'm not gonna get overexcited. He has to people that, for example, Dan Ashworth. We're trying to get Dan Ashworth here. I'm not getting excited. Dan Ashworth has to come to United and do the actions first, because for me. I'm not going to get buzzed or get excited over a name. He has to do a certain thing. But yeah, it's good that we're getting Jason Wilcox.
Okay. And now we've got radio silence. So I think we've spoken a lot about Chelsea and Manchester United. Now that Uncle Rods is in the building, I want to ask him about the Sheffield United game. And my question is, are you bemused that Liverpool didn't try to score more past Sheffield United so that you could improve your goal difference, or were you happy with the 3-1 win? Rods, are you there?
Rods? Okay.
That's a tough question for him. He doesn't want to answer right now.
Well, I will ask you this, Vater. Ever since you lost Gundogan and Mahrez before the start of the season, would it be fair to say that you lot have become a little bit, I don't know, maybe not so much a softer touch, but not as ruthlessly efficient as you were in seasons gone by. Because I tell you what, you could still win the league, but it will be a very, very unconvincing win. I know people will say it wouldn't matter how you win as long as you win. But how surprised have you been with how weak City have looked at times?
Yeah, no, I think you're being very kind with Vivian how you phrasing that. We've lost quality in Gundogan and Mahrez, and as much as some rivals may want to talk about Mahrez not being key to us, he was heavily used within rotation, playing in our cup runs, which we all know you got to have rotation, and if you can have rotation with quality, Mahrez exemplifies that. He's a huge miss. Obviously, we're in the latter stages, and I think he would be a player involved in the FA Cup games moving forward, with the importance of League and Champions League and Gundogan. Oh man, I missed that guy. He was our captain last season. I believe he was Pep's first signing, so it speaks to how important he was in terms of the player. He was often a manager, coach on the pitch as well. His experience and being gone is huge. Couple that with a season where we've been injured, having Haaland, obviously league leading scorer last year, KDB, so intricate, and him being injured this season. When you do that, and then when you have those injuries and you don't have the quality of a Gundogan in that midfield, we felt it, and I think it represents where we are in the standings. I still have faith in Kovacic. I mean, getting him from Chelsea, I think was very important because he's experienced and he's played in big games, and we can trust him to know the instructions that Pep gives him. Nunez being brought over, I think that's kind of like a future development signing. Is not necessarily for instant impact and be a key player this year, but I think that's what the future. I love how he carries the ball and how he drives with it. So I think I see him being important for us. And Pep's used him sparingly on the wing and centrally. But the fact that we're only a point off Arsenal, and Arsenal are having obviously a great season. We're 3 points off Liverpool, and Liverpool have had the experience. They've won this league before. There's so much credit that I have to give to the manager. Like, to get these players fired up, to still show hunger, to not say, you know what, this draw from Liverpool, let's just give this season away. This reoccurring competitive force that Arsenal happen to be this year, we can concede this season to them. But we haven't done that from a fan base and from a club standpoint. So we're 1 point off, we're 3 points off, depending on which team you're referring to. And I think that's just credit to the players stepping up when needed. Now, there's 8 games left. And I truly believe that Liverpool, Arsenal, and City will be dropping points. It's just a matter of who drops 3 points, or who drops consecutive, or who has many draws. But there are going to be
Are you
points
three
dropped.
yet to play each other, or have you all played each other?
We've all played each other. now. The one that could play spoiler is Queen. Queen is the one to play spoiler for all three of us.
And I want you to answer this as honestly as possible.
Always.
Do you think he's been found out?
No, but I can see why someone asked the question. He was phenomenal last year. Nippin, listen, all of us, I don't care who you are, whether you're a City fan or a rival, you had to be watching some games, or you had to be looking at some highlights, or you happened to look at the app and see, oh my goodness, this guy just scored another hat trick. This guy just scored another brace, or he's been scoring at will. He broke the record, not Salah's record. He broke the league record, which actually had more games at the time. So I give him tremendous credit. I don't think he's found out because this is a season where he's been injured. This is a season where, and we know any player, Queen's been a player herself, you want consistency. You want to be able to find a rhythm. And he's been injured, and I think that's hindered things. And even despite that, he's still leading the league. I think when you talk about what's been found out, anyone can play defensive. Anyone can choose to take away his supply line if he's going to be critical of anything. I don't want him to be a Harry Kane right now. I don't need a player to drop into the midfield because of the quality that we have in the midfield. But I do need a player that's going to move more within that 18-yard box, within that 6-yard box to make space. And I think that's what he's developing. I think there's also instructions where Pep is like, no, I want you here because you're going to draw the attention of definitely 2 center backs, and that frees players up. But I give him time. Found out? No, not. I think that's the wrong way to describe it. But do they know what maybe makes life difficult for Haaland? I would say yes, but he's not a player that I think you can routinely keep off the scoring sheet, because usually if he is, he's missed some honest, clear-cut chances. And I think that's a credit I give to him as a striker.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you didn't get upset with that question, by the way.
No. I mean, you didn't pose it like Roy Keane, which I thought was blatantly disrespectful because he's not a League Two player. But
I found Roy Keane. I found what he said was disrespectful too.
Yeah, it really was. It really was.
Oh, speaking of Roy Keane, I want you to be honest about this as well. Do you think Haaland's dad actually? Do you think Roy Keane did that on purpose? Did he actually?
Yes, he did.
He did.
Yeah. Of course he did. He did.
I don't think. No, hold on, Nippon. He did it on purpose, but I don't think to the severity of the injury. He did do it to, you get stuck in. You want to lay one on a player.
No. He said in his book. He meant to do everything.
Everything that. Wow.
Yeah, wow. That's how people now. That's how people knew that he meant to do it, because he written his book.
Why did he want to end his career?
Had a game
what
before.
did Haaland's dad do to him?
No, they had a game before. Before, and I think what it was, Haaland's dad, I think got him sent off. Something like that. Got him sent off.
No, Rods. I know the history. What happened was that United played Leeds at Ellen Road. Okay. Now, Alfie Haaland, Erling's father, actually had the ball in the I think it was Leeds penalty area somewhere, and was trying to sort of get it away. Keane thought it was a good idea to try to, foul him and get the ball. In the process, he ended up catching his studs in the turf and snapping his cruciate ligament. Now, because Haaland was actually the one who was trying to be fouled, and he thought rightly that Keane was trying to foul him, his first instinct was to, stand over Keane and say, "Why the hell are you faking injury? Get up. Don't try and fake injury. You're not fooling anyone." He couldn't have known about the severity of the incident. And obviously, when he saw Keane being taken off, he realized that he was wrong at the time. But, Keane was actually trying to do Alfie from behind, and it injured him severely as well. So you couldn't necessarily blame Erling's dad for not really recognizing that at the time. But Keane waited for the opportune moment. And, of course, it was that Manchester derby. I don't recollect whether it was at the City of Manchester Stadium or at Old Trafford. It might have been at the City of Manchester Stadium, or maybe Main Road at the time, because that was before that. Yeah, it was Main Road. And then, of course, he writes it. He waited for the moment. Alfie was taking the mickey, so I waited for the moment, hit him hard, and the way he hit him, I can tell you what, people will still to this day defend Roy Keane for that tackle. Alfie's left knee was the one that got him retired, not his right knee, and Keane bashed off Alfie's right knee. But I tell you what, the timing was spot on in that Alfie's right leg was in the air. Had it been on the ground when Keane hit it, it would have been absolutely, damaging. It would have really damaged him. So as it was painful, and Haaland was able to continue. But then, but he never played a complete game either for Manchester City or for the Norwegian national team ever again.
Yeah, didn't he end his career or something? He ended his career, didn't he?
He did, but it was due to a long-standing injury to the other knee, ironically. But then Keane stood over him saying, "Take that, you so-and-so. Don't you ever dare stand over me sneering about fake injuries." And you can tell your mate David Weatherall, who was also his Leeds teammate at the time, that I've got something for him as well. And then he walks off. And I just want to say right now to everyone, let's all agree that Roy Keane doesn't deserve to be taken seriously. He's a little bit like, groundskeeper Willie from The Simpsons. Ironic, because that guy's a Scotsman and Keane's an Irishman.
Baby.
But but you know what? If you sort of give him a stage, he'll say his thing, and everyone will, just pretend to be shocked, but in reality, just laugh at the fella. Great player in this time, but a horrible attitude. I always say that your attitude determines your altitude, and he will live the rest of his life with the regret of knowing that he never got to play in the Champions League final and win it, and he never got to lead his country at the World Cup, all because of his own hypocrisy and attitude. I apologize, Oris. You might have better memories of him than I do, but that is my opinion of him. And I can even put in the link to a podcast with Dion Fanning, the famous Irish journalist, echoing everything I've said. In fact, he was the one who said it first. I've just parroted him.
Yeah.
No, listen.
He's a bit of a divisive character, Roy Keane, isn't he?
No.
What?
Nippon, you're mute again. Can't hear you.
Nippon,
What
you're
made me
mute.
laugh about Roy Keane when we played him in the FA Cup final against Nottingham Forest. He was a Nottingham Forest player before he went to Man United, and he mouthed to Steve Sedgley something, an expletive, and then Steve Sedgley called him a W. And we ended up winning that match in extra time, and Des Walker, who supports Spurs, scored the winning goal for us.
Yeah, I mean, I felt for Des because he was of course one of England's stars as we reached the semi-finals of Italia
he's
90.
a fantastic defender,
Absolutely.
defender, great speed, great speed and awareness.
Yeah, but
what a great defender.
But you've also got to be happy for Gary Mabbott. 4 years on after that own goal against Coventry, lifted the trophy as skipper. You had to be happy for him, even though he beat us in the semis.
I'm happy for him, Manny, but he drew us against Man City in the FA Cup. Why did he do that, Gary?
Right. It's now time to move on to the next part and the final part of the show, the predictions.
Okay.
So we have to them up here. Who has the fixtures ready?
What are we doing? All the games?
All the games, yeah.
All the games. Yeah, I've got the fixtures ready.
I've got the fixtures as well.
All right. Shall we start?
Yeah, we're ready.
Cool. So Palace, Man City, 12:30 kickoff.
Palace, Man City, wanted.
That's 7:30. That's 7:30 a.m. for me out here.
Where are you in Canada or America?
Canada, Toronto.
Oh, nice. 2-0 Man City for me. Nippon. 2-0 Man City.
3-1 for me.
Vater, do you know Bobby Kay?
Bobby Kay
from
Canada.
No, I don't think.
He does 3 Spurs boys on.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
YouTube.
I don't think he's collabed.
I haven't met him yet. I don't believe so.
No, they haven't collabed yet. Queen, they haven't collabed yet.
He was on last week's show anyway. If you watch,
no, he wasn't there. No,
I wasn't there.
No,
he wasn't there.
I don't know. I'll reach out to him. Oh, Nippon.
Oh, Nippon's gone. That's
yeah,
great.
reach out to him. He's lovely. He's Canadian.
Anyways,
as well.
I'll take over. Queen, Palace versus Man City.
I would say 3-1 to Man City.
Wait, Vader, did you say your score prediction? Sorry,
I didn't.
You speak fast because you have to.
I hate giving score predictions before I see the starting 11, but I'm gonna do it. I'm going 2-1. I'm going
2-1. Rods.
I'm going 2-0. 2-0. Man City. Man City.
All right, Nippon, you there?
Nippon, you there?
Sorry. Who am I?
No.
I think he's having a tough go.
Internet problem.
Pod body, man.
Can you hear me?
We hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah. We can hear you.
What did Todd Bowley do, man?
Todd Bowley.
Who are Man City playing?
They're playing Palace. They're playing Palace. We all predict the City to win, by the way.
That's it.
3 Man City.
3-1, yeah.
3-1 Man City. Okay, next game we have Aston Villa versus Brentford.
Okay. Who you going to first?
Liverpool's playing Brentford tomorrow, isn't it?
What?
Ain't Luton playing Brentford tomorrow?
No, it's Aston Villa.
Nope.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Yeah, that's it.
No. I'm saying 2-1 Villa.
2-1 Villa for me too.
Yeah, Nippon. Are you still there, Nippon?
Yeah, it's a 2-1.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll
Queen.
say 2-0 Villa.
Nippon, what do you reckon, Nippon?
I said 2-2.
Oh, 2-2. Who hasn't said?
Yeah, Aston and Brentford 2-2. 2-2.
Yeah.
Was that the Villa? Is Villa at home?
Yeah, Villa Park. Yeah, Villa
They're
Park.
at home.
Yeah, Villa. I say 2-0 Villa. 2-0 Villa.
Okay, next
We're the
one.
only team who battered Villa.
Next one. I'm pretty sure everyone will have their eyes on this one. Everton versus Burnley. What a fantastic, thrilling game. I'm gonna.
Oh,
I'm
Bournemouth.
going 1-0 Everton. 1-0 Everton for me. Rods.
Everton. Well, Everton versus who again? Sorry.
Burnley.
Oh, very exciting.
Sean Dyche derby, innit? Sean Dyche derby.
Very exciting game, isn't it? I'm going 1-1.
1-1. Fatal.
I'm going 2-1 Everton.
2-1 Everton. Money.
2-2. I said Desmond, I think, on your stream.
Queen.
Yeah, I'll go Desmond 2-2.
Nippon.
A Desmond, yeah.
I'm going very, very boring. 0-0 draw.
Whoa.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Next one. Ooh, Fulham versus Newcastle United. I'm saying 2-1 Fulham. Rods, what do you reckon?
Yeah. So Fulham got who? Sorry?
Newcastle.
And Newcastle at home.
Oh, Fulham's at home. Cramer Cottage.
Oh, that changed the dynamic of things. I see Fulham winning that 2-1.
Fair enough.
I see 1. Yeah.
1-1. Fulham Newcastle 1-1.
Fulham.
Money.
3-2 Fulham.
Green.
I'm going to go for a Newcastle win. 2-1 to Newcastle.
Nippon.
I'm going to go for a Barclays classic. Newcastle. Fulham 3.
See.
Oh my god. Fair enough. Next one we do have is Luton versus Bournemouth.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I can see an upset from Bournemouth. Something tells me there's an upset from Bournemouth. You know what? I'm gonna stick it 3-1 Luton. Rods.
I'll be at that game. I'll be at the game tomorrow, doing stewarding and all that. So.
All right, at Luton.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Oh,
the problem is that they're quick with Luton. Going forward, they are right. Going forward, it's just defending.
Defensively.
Defensively, very, very poor. So, with that saying, I can see a Desmond on that one.
Okay, Desmond. Beto.
I've gone for.
I mean, Nippon, if your Wi-Fi is fine, you can take over. But yeah, I was just taking over because you were going away.
I've gone for a Desmond 2.
Bournemouth 2-1.
Bournemouth 2-1. Queen.
I'll go for a Desmond 2-2 again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nippon.
Because I haven't.
Is there?
Nippon.
Has everyone else said their predictions?
Yeah. I've said 3-1 Luton. Yeah, I said 3-1 Luton. Yeah.
I'm going 2-1.
2-1 to Luton. Yeah.
Fair enough. Next one. Wolverhampton versus West Ham.
Ooh, that should be a good game.
Wolves are winning this one.
I'm saying 2-2 Desmond. Rods?
I'm saying 2-1 Wolves. 2-1 Wolves.
2-1 Wolves. Beto?
3-2 Wolves.
Oof, 3-2. Money?
2-1 Wolves, just like Rods.
Yeah.
Queen?
Same here. 2-1 to Wolves.
2-1 to Wolves.
Yeah.
Nippon, what are you saying, Nippon? Any crazy score you got in your mind?
7-0.
It's not that greedy.
3-0.
3-0.
That's a
Oh
good shout,
my
man.
God. Fair enough, fair enough.
4 goals.
3-0.
Right, next game. Brighton versus Arsenal.
Whoa.
Nah, you know what, yeah? I
This
think,
is where they came unstuck last season.
listen, guess what,
It's
guys?
Brighton.
Manny
They were
Queen,
said to me
speak
that
on
he's
it.
Arteta in now.
It was
Manny's
0-0
Arteta
last
in,
season
so...
at their
I did
ground.
not say I was Arteta in. I said I could start to believe, but it will hinge on how well we do in our upcoming games.
No,
Do
I'm
not
joking, I'm
try
joking.
and... Thank you very much indeed.
2-1
And
Arsenal.
as the Arsenal fan, I will go first and echo Oris' prediction: 2-1 Arsenal.
Fair enough. 2-1 Arsenal. Rods?
Could get a bit sticky for Arsenal, you know. Could get a bit sticky for them. I'll go for Desmond on that one, you know. Real talk. Could get sticky
Desmond.
for Arsenal. Yeah, I'll go for Desmond on that one. Seriously.
Fair enough. Fatal? He's going to try back Brighton.
3-1. 3-1 Arsenal.
Fair enough. Ellie?
I'm going to go... I think I'll go for a Desmond Tutu again.
Yeah.
2-2.
Yeah.
Nippon?
Brighton are a really good team at home.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
I mean, the thing is, they concede a lot, man. Brighton.
I'm just going to
They concede goals.
real.
That's their only problem.
Go on, Nippon. What do you want to say?
Come on,
Nippon,
Nips.
say something.
We can't hear you. Nippon, we can't hear you.
He's got to sort out his internet.
Nippon, we can't hear you, mate.
Can't hear you.
Chelsea
Unless he's
fans
not
after that
speaking.
3-2 down.
Top Bowley.
FSG, yeah.
Yo, correct, Oris. It's Bowley
He's sure
internet,
we
isn't
know he's a Chelsea
Oh.
fan.
it? Bowley internet.
Yeah, man. Nippon.
Dead Bowley.
What?
Who are ya? Who are ya?
Nippon,
Oh,
can you?
stop.
Is he frozen?
Nippon, we still can't hear you. I think you're on mute.
Nippon, where are you doing, dog?
Do sign language. Sign language.
Wait, Nippon.
Two.
Try speak now,
1-1.
Nippon.
What kind of show you running here, fella?
I think he's frozen.
Nippon, we can't hear you. No, he's not frozen. He's speaking, but we can't hear him.
Can't hear you. No noise. No noise.
Yeah, leave and join back. Nippon, leave and join back. Mate, this is what happens. Last minute against Man United, you get too carried away, man.
Stop that.
Manny is secretly Arteta in.
No, I am not. No. I wanted to give him a chance after the FA Cup final, but since then he's done nothing to deserve my trust. I will say yet. We'll see
Right.
what happens.
Once Nippon sorts out his rifle, we'll go on to the next game.
Yeah.
And that's his. Oh my God. Do we really have to talk about Man United versus Liverpool? Can we just skip that game?
No, we got to talk about it. Come on, man.
Come on.
Yeah, but listen, before we do, with a Manchester United connection, Orest, I also want to offer my prayers and best wishes to all of the youth players at the club who were affected by the horrible piece of news that transpired. Apparently, there were human remains that were found near the Salford training ground, of course, and I know that there's a huge connection with the club. Obviously, a lot of people train there. I know that the youth players also go there frequently, so it must have been something that could have that might have shaken up the foundations of the club in many ways. And if there were people that were affected, I hope they will receive counselling and the strength to overcome that. And I also hope that the Manchester police get down to the bottom of that and find out who was responsible for that.
Yeah,
Might
that's
have been
sad.
Malasia, you never know. But anyways, yeah, I did see that.
Don't say that.
No, I'm joking. I'm
Yeah.
not. But no, I did see something like that, so I hope it's nothing too serious. But it is it has affected the academy. So yeah, hopefully nothing too serious. But Nippon, is your audio working now? Speak.
I don't think he's there. He's frozen or he can't speak.
Oh no. Anyways, Man United Liverpool. I'm going to say it first. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 4. Rods, what do you think?
Nah, 2-0 Liverpool. 2-0.
2-0 Liverpool. Fair enough. Fair enough. Vator, what do you think?
You're not gonna like this scoreline. It's 4-1 Liverpool.
Oh,
Well, to be fair, I said
That's a
4-0
thrashing.
Liverpool. I said 4-0 Liverpool. Like, Liverpool for me, they're going to smack us, man.
Reminds me of a certain match not too long ago. I think the punchline at the end of it was, "Nanny, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Nanny? You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth Carragher."
I'm sorry, but for me, I don't see us winning this game, man. I really don't. I just really don't. Manny, what's your prediction?
I said it's not going to be the 4-1 thing which produced the song that day, but 3-1. I just don't think. I think Liverpool will be motivated and they will want to make a statement. It won't be the 7-0 of a few seasons ago. It won't be the 5-0 under Ole Solskjaer, but I just don't see United getting anything from this. I'm sorry, mate.
No, that's fine. Queen.
right. Well, if it's anything half as good as that FA Cup quarter-final match, it'll be a thriller. But I can't see Liverpool dropping points because they've hit their mojo. They've got Mo Salah back. Mo Salah bombing down the wing.
Yeah, apparently
Mo Salah, he's the Egyptian king. I love Mo Salah. I wish he was a Spurs player. I even emailed him to come to Spurs when he was at
Apparently they got
Fiorentina.
injuries though. Apparently Endo's out. Apparently. Rods.
No, I think it's going to be 3-1 to Liverpool.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
I think my iPad is overheating.
Right, fair enough.
Or
fair
you're
enough.
overheating, maybe.
Rods, I'm hearing that Endo's out for the game on Sunday, so I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's what I heard.
He might be because he was out the other day when they.
Either way, he's still going to smack us.
Yeah, I mean, just put Szoboszlai, McAllister, and maybe Curtis Jones or Gravenberch in the midfield. Jobs are good.
Nippon, we're talking about Man United Liverpool. What's your prediction?
2-1 Liverpool.
Okay, so you think it'll be a close game then?
Yeah, and I actually think United will score first.
All right. Bottleneck always.
Interesting.
Next game, we've got. Do we really have to watch Sheffield United versus Chelsea? Go on, Nippon, quickly. Let's give you a score prediction for that.
1-0 Chelsea.
Wow.
Because this is what we listen. Let me say something. This is what we do against the small teams. We stink out the gaff and play shit.
No.
Right. So
yeah, I'm going 1-0 Chelsea. Because it's what we do. We are Robin Hood FC. We always take points from the big teams, but then we somehow give them to the small teams. It is the history of the Chelsea.
Carl Palmer's good though.
He's very good. He's an excellent player. Ex-Man City. Poor Man City let him go.
Ironic that now that Phil Foden and Cole Palmer both scored hat-tricks. What are the odds?
I know. And so was Porro. Porro was at Man City as well.
Was he?
Yes.
Vater, is that true?
Say what? Sorry?
Pedro Porro was at Man City.
Yeah. We loaned him out, and then he's a permanent Spurs player now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By-
see,
by
we don't hoard the quality like United did during their reigns of terror and dominance. We share the love.
Yeah. Thank you. We love Porro at Spurs.
No, he's been
Fantastic
quality
player.
for you guys. Yeah.
Quality.
Yeah, and let me also say thank you for giving us Arteta, Zinchenko, and Gabriel Jesus.
You're very welcome. I was regretting that so much last season before things panned out. I grew at
That's the thing. After Zinny and Jesus left you lot, you won the Champions League. Count your blessings.
It's true. I did develop some more platinums in the beard because of the stress last season, but hey, it all worked out.
That's all
we
the
still got-
Premier League games because we now have Champions League.
No, we still got one more game. Hang on a minute. Tottenham versus Forest.
Someone
of course.
Spurs.
Oh, sorry. I said 2-1 Sheffield, and yeah, I say 2-1 Sheffield.
3-2 Chelsea.
Uh,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
giving
going
that
2-0
score.
2-0 Chelsea. 2-0 Chelsea.
yeah,
I'm going to say
2-0 Chelsea for me as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 1-0 Chelsea.
Our next game,
They're gonna
Tottenham versus
sink out
Forest.
the
Please, Forest, can you do something? I'm joking. Queen, obviously you're the home team. How much do you beat Forest?
I'm going to say 2-1 to Spurs.
Fair enough. Nepon, what do you reckon?
3-2 Spurs.
Oh, 3-2 Spurs. Money?
2-1 Spurs.
Virtual?
3-1 Spurs.
3-1 Spurs. Rods?
2-0 Spurs.
3-2.
No,
Whoa.
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. Fair enough. I think Nepon wants to talk about Champions League games. So
Right. Is that all the Prem team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done?
Everything's fun.
Right. I've got the Champions League predictions in front of me. So,
Arsenal versus Bayern Munich.
Arsenal versus Bayern Munich.
Arsenal versus Harry Kane.
Arsenal 4-0.
PSG versus Barcelona. Atletico Madrid versus Dortmund.
Yeah.
So, who wants to go first? Oh, actually,
go first.
Manny will go first because he's the.
Manny, go. Yeah, Manny, go.
Yeah, so as far as Arsenal and Bayern Munich are concerned, I think I heard Tuchel saying that they'll have a few players out, including Neuer and Koeman and others. But, I still think that Bayern are going to be motivated to go all out in this Champions League. We should put out a full-strength team, but Bayern should still be able to have enough for us and be able to find a way through our midfield. I know that Rice is an enforcer, but he's not quite in Partey's league yet. And I remember watching Bayern dominate Napoli at the Allianz Arena, and their midfield was absolutely cooking that night. So I'm sad to say that I'll probably go for a very narrow Arsenal loss, 2-1. The Germans will beat us again, but hey, it's not going to be the 5-1 of yesteryear. And
lost Manny.
Wait, aren't you at home, Manny?
Yeah, they're at home.
We are.
There's no
We are
Bayern
at home.
fans. There's no Bayern fans.
There's no fans. There's no traveling fans.
They have no fans either.
Bayern Munich are not allowed any fans.
Yeah, they're not allowed.
They threw flares at some game or something like
They
that.
threw a flare at the Lazio game, I think.
Yeah, well, even if they don't have any fans, I mean, will it necessarily make a difference? I'm not too sure.
Nah, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go bold. Yeah, I'm gonna say 4-0 Arsenal.
Wow. 4.
I'm not going to go that far.
Manny,
I mean,
you
for
rate,
Listen, Bayern are man, but they're not good.
Manny, you rate Thomas Partey better than Declan Rice, I hear.
Partey is just that more complete midfielder who has a greater level of strength and vision. Rice is good, but not quite at Partey's league just yet.
Right. I just wanted to clarify that. That's all.
Most Arsenal fans think the way I do, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard it before, so I just wanted to make sure that I heard that right. So yeah, because Thomas Partey, he's not fit yet, is he? He's not quite got the full fitness yet. You can see.
He's never fit. He's always injured.
He started against Luton and was getting back into the swing of things. I don't think he'll start against the Germans, but he might not even start against the Seagulls either. But he's getting back to fitness, and I think he could play a role.
Do you know what it is?
The way things go.
You know what it is? That's why I rate Rice better than I rate Partey, because at least in the day we look at Rice. At least you can see what he's doing. You can't see what Thomas Partey's doing because they play one game, then he's out. You know, what's the point of having world-class player and he hardly plays for your team? And he can't show what he's about.
I think what Manny's saying, that what he's seen of Partey when he has been fit, he rates him more highly than Rice.
When's that though?
I know. I'm just saying when he has seen him. Now that he's coming back, he's not fully fit yet. So they have to give him they have to give him minutes to get his fitness up.
Absolutely.
You can't stop and start because the player. When I played football, if I didn't get played every single game, you do lose a bit. And when you're coming back from injury, you need those minutes to get back to fitness.
No, I hear that. You need match fitness. I hear that.
Yeah, you do.
I totally understand that. But the fact is, at the day with Thomas Partey, he's forever needing match fitness because he's forever injured.
Yeah, he's been injured a lot, hasn't he? Yeah.
But again, the context is, of course, Uncle Rods, he was never, ever this badly injured. He was at Atletico Madrid. We paid 40 million for him. We sold our world-class goalkeeper to partially fund his transfer. So, look, whenever he has played, he has obviously looked really good. But the
what's happened then? What do you reckon's happened?
There've also been some off-field issues, I believe, that have affected him. And I think once everything gets I think the truth will eventually, out, as they say. But for now, if we have him fit, it will be an asset for us, and he will play a role between now and the end of the season. Yeah. And then we'll see from there.
Just in my opinion, I rate Rice more than what I rate Thomas Partey.
But Rice, there have been occasions, again, Rods, where Rice hasn't necessarily done the business against some of the bigger teams. He hasn't really dominated things or really made such of an impact. He has scored some goals, but again, the jury is still going to be out on him. It's his first season with the club, and he has had some great performances for West Ham. But, there's a reason why people say it's a step up from West Ham to Arsenal in a way. Maybe not, because West Ham have won a European trophy more recently than we have.
Yeah. Those things around about, isn't it?
See it that way.
Who's going next? Vater had to drop. He had to drop, unfortunately. So big up Vater for joining every single time.
Yeah, he's a good lad.
So what are we saying? Asna versus Bayern Munich.
I already said that. Listen, Bayern Munich, they are not good. I'm telling you. Yeah, they may be good in Europe and all of this nonsense, but Thomas Tuchel, absolute nipping nose my force on him. I don't rate that guy. I just think he just reminds me of my manager right now. They're just so they're so annoying if you're playing under those managers. It just must be so annoying. So because I'm hearing, what I'm hearing right now? Apparently he had a fallout with Kimmich. Now Kimmich wants to leave Bayern this summer. So look, all these fallouts, all these fallouts he's having, and we're expected Bayern to go to Arsenal when they have not. I mean, no fans or off fans. Listen, Bayern still need to focus on themselves, but I just don't see Bayern winning this game. So for me, I think something tells me Arsenal will be too strong for them. But for me, Arteta has to get this right for me. First leg, you have to win. Yeah.
Guys, I got a dip because I got work in the morning. And that,
big up, man.
Yeah, so big up everybody in the channel.
Good luck on Sunday.
I like the way you say my name. I love the way you say
all the best on Sunday, mate. All the best on Sunday.
Shout out before you leave.
Sorry?
Shout out just
Yeah, I will do. I just want to thank you for inviting me on your channel. Big up everybody on the panel. Listen, enjoy the rest of your night as well.
Come back next week. Yeah, we're live every Friday.
Yeah, I'll pass in, definitely. You can find me on Anfield Uncle Rods on YouTube, Anfield Uncle Rods on Instagram, and also the same on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But you can find me there. So listen, bless everybody, enjoy your night, and have a good night.
Big up, man.
Take care. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good night, Rod.
Good night.
Take care, man.
I think Arsenal it's going to be 1-1.
I don't think Arsenal can't take a draw, because their second leg, they have to go all the way.
Can't, but that's what I think it's going to be, because they're going to both feel each other. I think it'll be 0-0 half time, because nobody's gonna take risk, and then the second half is gonna come a bit more frenetic, and they're both gonna go for it. And I think Bayern Munich are very good and Arsenal are very good, but I think they're about on a level. In terms of technicality. I think Bayern Munich will get the draw, but I think Arsenal will win the away leg.
Oh, we're not talking about that right now, Ellie. We're talking about just the first leg.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying I think Arsenal will go it. The 1-1, it'll be 1-1 for the home game then.
I hope you're wrong.
So do I, but I just can't see Bayern Munich beating Arsenal at the Emirates. I think you've won. Is it you've won? You've not lost there. Is that right? Have you not lost at the Emirates this season?
Who's that?
Arsenal. They haven't lost this season at home, I believe.
No, we haven't. Not in the Champions League. And technically, though, we still haven't won a home European knockout game. We we haven't won a home knockout tie.
Yeah, you beat Lens at home.
Would you have preferred to play the away leg first?
Wait,
probably yes, but then it could have transpired that we would have had a heavy defeat there and had the pressure on us coming back to the Emirates. So I'm okay with that, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah. One thing's for sure, Tuchel doesn't like shaking hands with managers, because Conte gave him a handshake and it was like a war. I don't know if you remember that. It was so bad.
Yeah, I do. I remember that very well.
It was so bad.
So 1-1. Arrest. You've given yours. Manny, what are we saying?
I already gave mine the first one. 2-1 to Bayern Munich.
2-1.
Okay, so you're giving your own team a loss, Manny.
My one.
Yeah.
I'm going for a 1-0 Bayern Munich, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
With an assist from Jamal Musiala, ex-Chelsea.
You know what? Harry Kane is just remarkable. He goes to Bayern Munich and he's not going to win the league. He's not going to win it.
You can never count out the Germans when it comes to the Champions League, though, either.
Yeah, they've got more chance. If they get through Arsenal, they've got a very good chance. But then Man City are there still. So,
And it's what to do. Thomas Tuchel.
Real Madrid are still in as well.
And that's Bayern Munich not winning the Bundesliga has more to do with Thomas Tuchel being a toxic manager than Harry Kane.
Yeah. I think
the biggest tragedy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's quite abrasive character. You can see when he went to shake Conte's hand, he's not right. If he does, I think he really has a dig at his players as well, and that's why there's turmoil at the club. Let's see. Arsenal have got a chance.
So what do we reckon? If Arsenal did they have a chance?
I already said. No, actually, I'm changing mine to 2-1. 2-1 Bayern Munich.
I think
Arsenal will score first. I think Arsenal will score first.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Arsenal will do? Let's just say Arsenal win and qualify. Remember, in the semis, they ever play Real Madrid or Man City, so that's oh my god, they've got a sticky one there.
That's it.
I'm Hala Madrid.
If they get Man City, they could go through because in the league they won their home game. Was it 2-1? You won at home, and then they drew 0-0 at home away, so they would have gone.
Yeah,
through.
Arsenal do have a chance. You know what, Manny, man? If you win, Arteta, man, come on.
If you win, you've got a chance. You can beat Man City if they beat Real Madrid.
But listen, here's the thing, though. I'm not backing City to beat Real Madrid because, I've noticed that City have looked rather sloppy this season, and I really don't think that their Champions League form will save them. The goals have started to dry up too.
And losing Gundogan I think he was fabulous for Man City. They really do miss.
Oh, for me,
Gundogan.
I think Gundogan and Mahrez, in my opinion, both.
Yeah, and Mahrez, but more so Gundogan because he was their captain and also he gelled everything.
You know who I think Gundogan's replacement will be? Kimmich.
Yeah.
I think they signed Joshua Kimmich in the summer.
Kimmich, yeah, probably.
As a replacement for Gundogan.
Or Paulinho.
Nah, I see him going Chelsea.
I think they should go for Paulinho myself.
Wait, Kimmich to Chelsea. Player. Yeah, good one.
Paulinho's fantastic.
Oh, Paulinho, yeah, he was close to moving on to Bayern, to be fair, but I don't know what happened with that. Maybe Tottenham can get Paulinho or Kimmich. You know, Ange wants to get.
Yeah,
Kimmich,
if we get him, I'll be very happy because we need.
And your boy Højbjerg,
player.
he might leave. Højbjerg might leave this summer, so you never
know.
Yeah,
Højbjerg's going to leave. Because he's already got an Italian agent lined up. He's changed his agent. He's going to leave because he wants first team football, and he's not going to get it under Ange. He's not Ange's type of player.
Right.
He's more a Conte, more a Mourinho player.
Man City versus Real Madrid.
Man City, Real Madrid. I think it's going to be 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
Okay. Arrest, what are we saying?
Has he gone to the toilet? He may have gone to the toilet.
Manny, what are we saying?
I'm actually going to go for a 2-2 draw at the. It's at the Etihad first, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, yeah. I think that's the Santiago Bernabeu.
Oh, then Real Madrid to win. 2-1.
Okay.
The return legs in Manchester.
Okay. I'm going to still stick with 2-2. I think
I'm saying 2 Real Madrid.
Yeah. So up front for Real Madrid is Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr., and then behind them, who you got behind them? Who can score? Because they've lost. What's his name? Their main striker. They lost him. Benzema. They've lost him, haven't they, to the Arab leagues? So they've got Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they have that Joselu guy as a striker.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Arrest, what are we saying?
For what game, sorry? What game?
Real Madrid versus
Man City.
Oof.
Is that the Santiago Bernabeu?
3-1 Madrid.
3-1.
Wow.
3-1 Madrid.
Yeah, man.
Real Madrid.
Yeah. I don't know about this.
A la Madrid.
But if they get into the semis and Arsenal are there, I'm definitely Hala Madrid.
You never know with Arteta, man. He can knock out Real Madrid, mate. You never know.
No chance of that happening, son.
Hey, Nippon, Vinicius versus Ben White. That'll be funny, man. Oh, man.
I'll be there. I will be there.
And here's the ironic thing: if Ben White hadn't been so immature and decided not to, accept the olive branch offered by Southgate, it would have been him coming on for Kyle Walker against Brazil and playing against Vinicius Jr. As it was Ezri Konsa who came on, and he didn't do him. He didn't disgrace himself at all. So I'm sorry, but as someone who loves international football more than club football, at least marginally, I have to say that Ben White really, will go on.
Yeah.
You know what makes me laugh about Ben White? He has too much fake tan, for starters. And he lifts up his shorts right up his crotch. Have you noticed that? He lifts up his shorts.
The guy probably gets a fake tan before a match day, He probably just buys a fake tan.
Ben White guy is more suited to Love Island than football.
Yeah. He does. He looks like a proper Essex boy. But he actually lifts up his shorts right where his crotch is. Maybe he thinks he's got
Maybe
sexy
for the
legs.
girls.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's got fine girls. You never know.
But he's played well this season. You can't fault him.
No, he has. Yeah, he
He's
has.
played very well for Arsenal.
He has,
Yeah.
but there have been games where he's been found wanting. And let's not forget, when we signed him, he was supposed to be a centre back, but he was so useless in that position. Arteta decided, for old time's sake, to put him on the right because he didn't want that to be, a wasted transfer. And it worked out well, but that's just serendipity. I'm not going to credit Arteta for that. I'm sorry, no.
He thought, right, he's crap as centre back. I'll put him as a right back.
You bet.
Yeah. Anyway, I think he's done very well for you this season.
Yeah. Mm. So 3-1 Madrid. Ben White versus Vinicius Junior. We will be there. We will be there. Now I'm going to try and see if my iPad has cooled down enough to do a proper outro. Otherwise, it'll be an outro from here.
Wait, so what are you using? Are you using your phone?
Yeah.
You can still turn the camera now.
My camera doesn't work on my phone.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. I heard about that, yeah.
What sort of phone you got? Have you got a phone from the 16th century?
Broken.
No, his camera was broken. His phone camera's broken. He broke it, yeah.
Why don't you get a friend to... There must be one of your friends who've got a spare phone to give you.
Oh.
He's not... He hasn't got no friends. Poor son. Anyway, what's he going to do? Was he going to take us out?
No, I think he was going to do an outro. Yeah, he wanted to do an
outro. Yeah.
But...
So who do you think realistically has got the best chance of winning the Champions League? Arrest.
Real Madrid's up there. You know what? Yeah, I don't know. Something tells me about Atletico Madrid. Like Diego Simeone with his team. I don't know. I'm not saying that they're going to win it, but they're up there.
No. They huffed and puffed against an Inter Milan team that were a lot of people's favourites to win. I don't believe that they had much chance in that. I think the football they're playing isn't really that suited to going on a long run, and I think they will be found out in the semi-finals, even if they were to beat Borussia Dortmund.
Right, so
we
now have Atletico Madrid versus
Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund.
Sancho.
What are we saying? Who wants to go first?
2-2.
2-2. Ellie, what are we saying?
I'm going to go 3-1 Atletico Madrid.
3-1.
Yeah, I think they're solid. They're not the best, most attractive team, but they got to 2 Champions League finals and lost them both, didn't they? The poor things. But I think they've got enough to beat Dortmund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manny, what are we saying?
2-1 Atletico. I don't think Dortmund will be well equipped to beat them, but they will give the Spaniards a fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the spoiler in this and go 2-1 to the yellow wall.
2-1 to Dortmund.
Yeah.
Okay.
And finally, we have PSG versus Barcelona. Wait, is the Atletico game at the Wanda or at the Signal Iduna?
Let me check for you. It is at Atletico Madrid, yeah. Atletico Madrid, yeah.
Oh, the Wanda.
The Metropolitano, yeah.
I don't like that stadium because Liverpool beat us there.
I'm sticking with a 2-1.
Yeah. So is this PSG we're doing now?
Yeah, I wonder whether the game's in Paris or
Barcelona winning this 3-0.
Right.
PSG playing who?
Barcelona.
Oh, Barcelona.
I'm going for
and PSG are at home.
Yeah.
I'm
Very,
gonna go
very
1-1. I'm going to go 1-1.
Manny?
2-1 to PSG. What a tie. Luis Enrique up against his former club.
Yeah.
2-1. But I will be Barcelona. Can't stand the Parisians.
1-1. That's what I'm going for. A 1-1 draw.
Who can't you stand, Manny?
Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, I don't really. I don't think. I'm not saying I can't stand them. I just think, they're winning. They have so much hype around them, but they more often than not fail to deliver. But then, as an Arsenal fan, I know people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Glad you're self-aware of that, Manny.
I'm nothing if not self-aware.
Yeah, because you think about it, right? If you go the Champions League, it used to be called the European Cup. Nottingham Forest have won it twice. Aston Villa have won it. Chelsea have won it. Manchester United have won it. Liverpool have won it. But Spurs and Arsenal haven't yet.
No.
We have to represent.
I know. We both reached the final.
Yeah,
us on 2 occasions. You at one.
You see, when you get to the final, you know you're going to play a top side. So you played Barcelona when they had Samuel Eto'o up front, and then you got your goalie sent off in that final, didn't you?
I will never forgive Jens Lehmann for that. Never.
Yeah,
there are some people who say that he deserves. Yeah, there are some people who say that Lehmann deserves to be an Arsenal legend for that. I say no. Yes, he was an invincible. Yes, he won an FA Cup. But he should have achieved a lot more during his time with us. And I think that final sort of sums him up for me. And how he went on to be Germany's #1 in the World Cup that year, I will never know. I never rated Jurgen Klinsmann as a coach. Sorry, Ellie, I know you have fond memories of him.
He's not a good coach. Fantastic footballer, rubbish coach.
You bet. You're Bovril.
Well, he just showed it when he managed
Do you
South
remember
Korea.
that 2006 semi-final?
They've given him the boot.
Do you remember the 2006 semi-final, Italy versus Germany?
Yes.
In which he was lobbed by Alessandro Del Piero.
But listen. Now listen, see, that was actually the last kick of the game, and Germany were trying to equalise, but then they got caught on the counter, and it wasn't a lob really. I mean, it was just I think Del Piero was approaching the penalty area, and I think he just put it past Lehmann. It might have been a slight lob, but the game was over anyway. And if Kahn had been in goal, Germany would have reached the final. I'm certain of it. Klinsmann is an idiot sometimes.
Who? Oh,
Oliver Kahn.
Was he even in the squad?
He was. He was the backup goalkeeper, and he played in the third place match against Portugal.
I swear Manuel Neuer was the third choice in that game.
No, it was Timo Hildebrand. Neuer came into the picture in 2010, and at that point, it was Rene Adler who was supposed to be the #1, but he got injured. And then it was Neuer, Tim Wiese, and Hans-Jörg Butt who were selected as the 3 goalkeepers.
I like Neuer. Fantastic keeper, Neuer. Made some fabulous saves.
He's had his bad moments, though, has the big German.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Like most keepers, they go through bad patches occasionally.
You bet.
I think the only one who didn't was Michael.
Next 5 minutes, but I'll let you join, Jordan. Just give me
a
second.
Jordan, listen. Yeah, listen, I'm going to have to go off anyway, but thanks a lot for having me on, Niplin, and I will shout out my socials.
Jordan, next time, we're wrapping up now.
Yeah.
Manny, you got a channel, haven't you?
It's not really a channel. There's only one video there, and it's on a sort of a banal topic, which no one will be interested in, but you can find me elsewhere on YouTube. Obviously, I'm on Norris Talks Football, Del Boy Gunner TV, Coach's Corner, Up the Cherry School Departments, which is a Bournemouth fan channel. Also, Eugene Spurs Asia TV, where I met Queen Ellie. And Rich Sports, Football United, Danny AZ TV, Tony Claude Gunner TV. Also, Northside LDN, and also Mr. B Talks England Cricket, and also the Mr. B Hive Football Chat debate. And
Nice.
that's just it. Also, social media. My name, you can look me up. It's my full name and my year of birth, 1981, on Instagram and Threads. On Twitter, it's just Thangadorai 1981. And Nippon and I do interact on Twitter frequently and on Instagram too. So pretty much it. As always, I'm too tired. I've got to go to sleep. But take care of yourselves and enjoy your weekend. Treat each other the way you'd like to be treated. Avoid, banter and snide. And just... like I said, be good to one another. Take care of yourselves.
Thanks,
I'm
Manny.
out.
Cheers.
That being said,
Cheers.
we are now wrapping up. Ali, where can people find you?
Right, they can find me at Just a Girl Loves Spurs with Kate and Jim. Fantastic channel, putting on content every single day. We're going to cover the Women's FA Cup semi-final as well, because Spurs have made history. Spurs women, who I used to play for. We've made history making the FA Cup semi-final versus Leicester. So we're going to do a watch along, and I'm going to do a match vlog from the ground because I'm going to the match. And you can also find me at Eltel Cockerel and Talk and Ball. And I'm also a guest often on the Calfee Coffee Company, which is Ben's channel, Ben Kaufman, and the Free Spurs Boys, who are absolutely fabulous. Coop and the Kang tomorrow evening at 10:30 in the evening, 10:30 p.m. with Bobby Kay and Coover Bear. Fantastic channel, and his sons are brilliant as well. They do a weekly recap show, which is fantastic. So big up to Bobby Kay and to Coover, to Eltel Cockerel, which is Jose Garcia, or as we know him, Senor Garcia. And then we got Kate, Jim, and myself on Just a Girl Loves Spurs. Thank you very much for having me on. I really appreciate that, Nippon. And your channel is fabulous too.
Thank you. It means a lot. Arrest, where can people find you? Oh, actually, before I continue, I want to point something out in the chat. Jordan, that's not Mia. That's Ellie.
Yeah, I'm Ellie. Mia's got Spurs Between the Lines. Yeah, she's got her own channel. Very good channel as well.
Yeah, big up this family.
Big up yourself, Jordan.
Come on, Arrest. Big up yourself, Arrest.
Find you.
Yeah, big up them family on, I was going to try to pull a hamstring there. No, I'm joking. But listen, win, lose or draw, I'm always here because I done a match reaction last night here, and I had like 50 people watching me live. So I was like, what are you guys watching me for? Whenever there's a run, there's lots of people mate, I had Chelsea fans on my DM saying, oh yeah, is it cold outside? I'm like, what? It's not cold. And it was like, oh, it's cold, Palmer. So look, for me, obviously you can find me on YouTube or football. Hopefully I get Eddie on my channel. I need to get Eddie on my channel, man. Like,
yeah, man. I'm going to come on. Just send me
and then same thing as your channel. And then we can do that question. But yeah.
I'll get you on Just a Girl Loves Spurs as well.
No worries, man. Big up yourself. Yeah. But yeah, YouTube, Orix Football, Twitter. For me, I don't call it X. For me, it's Twitter. Twitter, Orix Footy, and Instagram, same thing, Orix Football. But yeah, big up Nippon. Big up everyone in the comments. Big up Manny as well. Must have been late. I think it's like 4 a.m. in this place. So big up to Manny, man. Like, big commitment from him there. But yeah.
Well to stay up, to keep his eyes open.
Hopefully Bayern Munich can bat Arsenal, but we'll see.
Come on, Bayern Munich. Come on. Come on, Harry Kane. Come on.
Thomas Tuchel.
We've got Super
Tuchel. He's got Dyer at the back. Kane in attack.
Super Kane. Harry in attack.
Big up, little man.
Harry in attack.
Right.
At the back. We've got Dyer at the back. Harry in attack. Oh my God, Eric Dyer. How did Eric Dyer go to Bayern Munich, for God's sake? How did that happen?
Come on, Bayern Munich. Come on,
I think Thomas Tuchel took a bribe. Oh my God. You know what, Spurs fans, we can't believe it that Eric Dyer is at Bayern Munich. For God's sake.
Right. And with that being said,
Bayern Munich, yes.
You can find me on all those socials ticking in the new style. You can ticking below. You can also find me as an occasional panelist on Worldwide Chels. Big up Sadiq and his channel Worldwide Chels. Subscribe to them. Subscribe to him if you haven't already. Really nice guy. You can also subscribe to his second channel, Sid TV. Doesn't upload much, but still always a nice. Yeah, always a nice view. And you can find me as an occasional caller on Football Carnage TV, ran by the Big Six's very own Grizz Khan. Big up Grizz, and big up Turk, and big up the Big Six.
Good name.
And yeah, with that being said, I shall see you all in the next video. Same time, same place, have a good evening.
Come on, you Spurs.
Night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Have a lovely evening.